What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Well, here's an unplanned stream. Some of my streams, a lot of them, are not planned, and I've been watching streamers all morning, my favorite streamers, and they make it look so easy. They make it look like they're having a great time, and they're playing the game Twitch streamer. I call it a game because it really is a game. Twitch streamer. Not a lot of people play it. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, I notice, especially really young people, they try to stream, and it doesn't last too long. They get about 40, 50, 80 follows, which I think is really, really good. And then they're like, I just can't keep doing this. Like, you know, I totally get it. I took 3 months off, actually. But this morning I was watching some of my favorite streamers, and they're IRL streamers. I like IRL streamers. But I was just like, I want to stream right now. I can just turn on that go live button and I could be streaming in 1 second. And I thought, you know, and I just had lunch, had a really nice lunch. And I just figured, I'm going on. I'm gonna play some old like 80s like video game. I'm gonna play Galaga, and then we'll see who comes into the chat room. Tommy, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Guten Morgen. Well, at least for me. No, it's afternoon for me right now. Afternoon. So yeah, sometimes, man, I'll watch. I'm in my kitchen, by the way. It might be the sugar from my sandwich and stuff. I'm still eating a lot of chocolate from. I'm eating a lot of chocolate from Halloween. I bought a bunch of my favorite. My favorite is Reese's peanut butter cups. If that becomes a thing on my channel, where everybody knows that my favorite all-time you know, we'll do little things, you know. I'll let this out. My favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups, which of course is the combination of peanut butter and chocolate. Been my favorite for years. Never goes away. For Christmas, my sister used to give me like just a huge box of them. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty wired right now. I'm not even sitting down. I'm so wired. I'm so amped. It's nighttime for you, Tommy. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think I just wanted to talk and stuff. I mean, like I'm gonna get over and, you know, I'll sit down and start playing Galaga and stuff like that, just to see if it works. Kind of excited because I finally have got into my OBS Streamlabs and figured a way of showing my desktop, which I had no idea how to do that. It only takes me a year to learn stuff, you know? Hence me not being a computer person or IT person. Oh my god, if I was an IT person and like loved computer stuff and like just, oh man, just really getting into it and the numbers and all that stuff, gosh, it'd be amazing to see what my channel would be like. Because as you guys have probably seen, well, some of you, only a couple of you probably, but in the course of a year, it took me so long to finally say, okay, I gotta do this. I'll only do something for my channel like once it takes like, you know, forever, or it's really, really life or death. But like even my logos and everything, and like my brand and everything, I'm like, cool, I'm happy with that, and I don't want to even take a look at it, even though I have thought about rebranding for the IRL stuff. And as of right now, it's really all about the new job and my lottery that's coming in. And if those things don't kind of work themselves out, there will be no new equipment. That's just all there is to it. There's no new equipment. I shouldn't put any more money into my live stream. I mean, it's been a really cool hobby up to now, and I really shouldn't put anything else into it. I mean, but I never listen to myself, of course, because Halloween just came and went, and I spent like, I don't know, something like $70 on games. I spent so much money on games. If you didn't catch the Slither, what's his name again? Slender. If you didn't catch the stream last night, it was pretty fun. We'll get back into it. Tommy says, I go in one other. Sorry, it's cool. No problem, dude. See ya. Good to see you. Later. I'm gonna be on a rant probably throughout this whole stream because I am. You guys have never seen me on coffee before. This is the closest you're gonna see me or hear me, I should say, on coffee. Because I haven't drank coffee in like 2 years, I think. Yeah, it's been 2 years, which is amazing. No caffeine, 2 years. But in chocolate, there is caffeine, and of course there's sugar. So I'm a little beaked up right now, and don't even feel like sitting down. I'm actually standing up and kind of walking around. But yeah, just so jazzed about just watching some of my favorite streamers this morning, and it's fun to watch for a while. But I know what it's like to actually stream, and I was like, man, I want to stream like right now. If I had my IRL equipment, I would be outside like right now. Like no cap, I would be outside. And I already know what my first stream's gonna be for IRL. I already know what it's gonna be. It's already set. It's gonna be pretty silly, pretty funny, really basic, really basic. But I just thought of what I'm going to do for my first IRL stream, and it's gonna be so stupid, but it's gonna be funny. It'll be. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind myself looking stupid. You know, that's all kind of part of it. But so I'm looking at my desk where I have my you know, my streaming desk. Of course, I have my candle on with my jack-o'-lantern. What's this? Day 3. It's looking cooler and cooler actually as it gets older. You know, the pumpkin gets older, and now I've got a lot of wax in there, which is really cool. Actually, I could probably spill a little bit of that wax. Oh, whoops! Some of that wax came out of his mouth. That didn't look nice. Okay, all right. Well, let's just do that. Anywho, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, my desk. Yeah, I do my little photo shoots for my Instagram, so I had to clear everything off my desk. And apparently I have too many toy cars on my desk. I've got I got 3 tractor, I got one tractor trailer, and then I got I got 3 trucks, 1 police car, and an F1 car on my little desk, and it just feels like it's growing. So when I do actually get my camera, which I hope to do, I'm still doing research on a good camera for my stream. I think I'm gonna actually build like a bookshelf behind me. I think it's gonna work pretty well, and then I can put all my toys and stuff up there. And I've looked into that too. There's like all kinds of things I want to put on there that I thought would be kind of cool. And yeah, just all kinds of streaming stuff. Just kind of got kind of energized today about that. And what else? I'll be coming down from my sugar high probably in moments. Slept a lot. Slept a lot. After playing Slender Man last night, I crashed out. The thing is, I slept a ton before that. So I'm hoping I'm on a normal schedule. I don't know. I never know. But I got an appointment tomorrow, so I'm hoping hoping I stay awake. What else? What else? I found an artist at the zoo. You guys already know that. I'll just let you guys know my Discord is on all the time, pretty much all the time, like 24 hours. It's on my second monitor, so even when I'm watching movies or doing emails or whatever I'm doing, off to my left is that Discord. I can see everything you guys type, and hopefully I can react to most of it. My Instagram, if you're not on my Instagram, get on there. We got the latest photos on Instagram. I got my new buddy, who is I believe, a Cambodian elephant from the LA Zoo. I really think I could have put my arm out, my hand, in that photo, and I think he would have actually touched it. I think I really could have touched that elephant, but I probably would have got thrown out of the zoo. But there was nobody around. It was already like closing time at that point. And then what's the other photo? Other photos of the other two, of course. Man, have I even talked about the pumpkin seeds that I roasted? So I roasted some pumpkin seeds. I've never done that before, by the way. And I mean, it's really easy to do. You just you know, put a pot of boiling water, and you put the seeds in there, and after you've cleaned them, of course, put a couple big spoonfuls of salt in there, throw it in there, and then you oil up a pan, and you pour them on there, and get them slished all around, and I put a little bit of some seasoning on there, and then you bake it. You just bake them, and boy, did they come out. I like crispy stuff, so it came out really, really good. And that was the pumpkin seeds. And then the other photo, these are all new, and I don't post a lot on my Instagram. So if you guys aren't seeing the Instagram, excuse me. Yeah, I post a bunch of stuff on the old Instagram, and there's some stuff up there. Make sure you're part. Oh yeah, so finally got to over the 20 mark of friends on Instagram, which I thought was just kind of fun. But I gotta say, the most exciting thing coming up, of course, as a Twitch streamer, it's been I passed my 1 year mark as a streamer a couple weeks ago. God, I hope my music is low enough. Let's see here. I think it's doable. I think it's fine. So in over a year, the way Twitch usually works with monetization, or I should say money, let's just put it straightforward, is if someone gives you bits, if somebody gives you subs, of course Twitch takes half. It gets put into like a little Twitch bank. This happens with everybody on Twitch except for the big time streamers. They have a whole different thing going on. Like a whole different thing. And they're not even at half. They actually get more of their subs than someone like me, you know, smaller streamer. Once they get partnered, not even when they get partnered, well, there is a deal made when they get partnered, but the bigger streamers get, like, I forget how much, but the percentages, they get way more of the sub than the normal streamer. But anyway, you don't get the money right away. Like, once I hit something like 20 bucks, which was like, you know, not too long ago, it doesn't get sent to me. It doesn't get sent to my bank account or anything like that. Once you get to $100, $100 US, like, you accumulate all these subs and bits, and it turns into like $100, that or more. That's when they send you your first paycheck or whatever it is, because I've never received one before. So I'm looking forward to that, and right now I am at 80 bucks. I think I'm at $80. And big thanks, of course, is because of Ramen Noodle And then just everybody who's helped me out uh, in the past year, as far as dropping subs and bits. That gets it closer to the game called Twitch Streamer. And in that game, sometimes you get bonuses, and one of those bonuses is getting a Twitch check. And I just think it's fun. I mean, $100. Hey, $100 is great, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. I basically dropped $100 2 days ago on games, so so there it is. I mean, it's kind of a drop in the bucket. But what's really exciting to me is just getting a notice or like, hey, you know, we just sent you a check. It just again makes you feel like you're like a real streamer. And I absolutely don't feel like a real streamer, but I pretend to be, you know, because just like when I was a little kid and I pretend to be a fireman or a cop or astronaut or whatever, I'm pretending to be a streamer right now. So I think that's kind of cool, you know, it's kind of fun. And part of the game of being Twitch streamer is you get the big paycheck from Twitch. So yeah, I'm at $80. I'm, you know, obviously $20 away from getting my first check, and I just thought I'd just put it up on the title, which you know, in real life you're not supposed to talk about money, I guess, and I don't know. I've always been open about my situation, but friends think I'm pretty weird. But anyway, that's what's going on with the Twitch stuff. And by the way, I've been pacing around as I've been talking all over my place. I love my cordless headphones. So there it is. These are all things, kind of a wrap up, anything on my mind before I get into playing Galaga. And I wonder, should I already start that stuff now? I have my door open. I'm going to open up the back window. Oh, wow. My battery is going on my headphones. That means my mic's going to go out any second. There's the segue. Okay, let me change my... Gotta change my mic battery. Let's see here. Changing it out. Here we go. Be right back. BRB. Just like that. We got 24 hours on the old battery there. This has really, I mean, even though the ears are kind of wanky on these, on the new headphones I got. I forgot what they're called, but they're a big time company and I don't think they need a promo from me. but what I like better about these headphones compared to my other ones, which were Razors, apparently these are made better. We'll see, because I wear them every day. I'm wearing them, and the Razors were just, oh man, were those awful. Worst headphones ever. Of course, I had a cheaper version. I don't know what their high-end stuff is, but the plastic came off. Like, I had to super glue stuff back together on there. I used duct tape. I mean, it's not even usually that's a joke, but it was no joke. I actually used duct tape to put it together. And then I just kind of turned them into like a really comfortable pair of headphones after all of that. But I forgot the problem. Oh, I had charging problems. Just like cell phones, where the connector starts to get kind of weird. I couldn't even charge it anymore. As I'm talking to you, I am pouring hot wax out of a candle onto my pumpkin here, and I'm waxing the bottom of this thing pretty well. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you're supposed to have this much fun with your jack-o'-lantern, but I know I've had a really, really good time with this thing. Every once in a while I can smell a pumpkin. That's pretty good stuff right there. All right. Well, we'll see if anybody comes in chat. Oh, I forgot to do the yo 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 yo. Tommy wanted to hear the yo yo yo. I forgot. Oops. I'll just do it for him when he comes back in. But yeah, I just beaked out on chocolate, and I just thought I'm gonna go live. Screw it. Boy, I don't even know if my camera was working. I don't even know if I'd have more fun or not right now. But I'm gonna try to get. Oh, well, that's interesting. I don't know. Let me try pushing this button and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we are not just starting, by the way. Okay, let me try something different here. We're not just start. Well, we are just starting, but let's see if that worked. Kind of worked, right? What's that? While the device icon is displayed. Yeah, it'd be great if they had a thing that said not windowed. That would be cool. But unfortunately, didn't see that. And I don't think I can use, or can I? Auto-save feature. Please do not quit the game while the save icon is displayed. Ah, saving something. Who knows? I don't know what it's saving. But I'm starting to smell my pumpkin. Hope things aren't burning. Let's see, if I got a pen, I can move my pumpkin around here. Let's see if I can do that. Boy, this thing is really whacked in there. There we go. That should be good. Got some burn marks in there. Don't mind me, I'm just playing with my candle. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. Galaga, what's going on with you? Caution, this game supports an auto please do not quit the game while the save icon is displayed. Well, dude, it's going on a little bit too long there. If you ask me, and you're not, let's see here, let me see if I can center. Oh. So I was looking at my stats from last night's stream, and I think even the streams a couple days ago, and I don't know if it was the first time I've ever seen this said before, but everybody who was watching was 100% my followers, which I think is really cool. But per usual, the Twitch algorithm is just sending me out to billions of watchers. Kappa. Yep. We know what that means. We know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm just watching my candle here. Well, yeah, if I had a camera right now, I would probably be showing you guys Jack. And my candle is my pumpkin is about as big as my hand. So I'd probably be showing you that. fill up a little hole in there. Oh. So now what? What do we got here? This thing is probably too big. Is that the deal? I'm gonna have like two different, I don't know if there's... Okay, let me see if my Xbox controller is working, because that would be... Not sure if... Let me see if the music is working on here. Not music, I mean the gameplay. Let me see, I'm gonna even try to... Yep, we're working. I don't know what that reverb is though. There's a weird kind of reverb. And really weird reverb, I don't know. Even the classic games I'm not great at, but you know. Whoa. So we'll see what else there is to rap about. I just wanted to, I wasn't supposed to come on right now at all. And I didn't want to play, I don't want to say normal games, but I just want to come on and rap, and if there's anybody in chat, I was going to chat them up. I really, as much as, I don't want to say I don't want to do IRL, I just have a little bit of anxiety going into public and like camera on me. I've already told you guys that I'm not a normal looking dude. That sounds really bad. Sounds like I look like the hell's going on with me. I just mean that I'm really, really tall. So when I go into public, people stare. I'm used to that. Like I'm totally used to that. But with a camera on me at the same time, you know, I might as well just put a target on me. And some people don't like streamers. What can I tell you? I've seen my favorite IRL streamers have all basically almost got into like a physical altercation when they've streamed. Every one of them. Every one of them that I've seen. Maybe not the female ones, but definitely the males. I've seen the dudes, and God, and they do such a good job of getting around it, and I would have to learn to do that, which I'm not good at that stuff. I'll tell you right off the bat. I don't do very well with disrespect. I don't, I'm just not, it's really rough for me to, it feels like it's rough for me to want to do the right thing. But if it's got to be TOS, obviously. And, if somebody challenges me or something like that, or a really bad situation were to happen, where I had to, let's just say, defend myself, I guess I would get techniques for that. I did have one situation happen with a homeless person. We have a lot of homeless people. Some people call me unhoused. Feel free to cancel me. They're homeless. They're homeless. Get over it. And most of them are have mental health issues. And so with situations like that, I've had run-ins since I've been here in Santa Monica Beach for quite some time. I've had a handful of run-ins with homeless people, and I've had a couple actually threaten like physical harm to me. And that's when they're not. Uh, that's when physical harm is done to with somebody who has a mental health problem or whatever. What that my empathy um, goes right out the window when somebody threatens physical harm to me. Now I'm a real tall guy. I'm a skinny dude too, you know, and I'm not a tough guy. I'll be the first to tell you that. I'm not a tough guy. I'd rather not have a physical altercation with somebody. Um, that's the last thing I want to do. I actually get a sick feeling in my stomach whenever things get close, because it's probably the ugliest thing a human can do is to want to hurt another human being, in my opinion. Um, but sometimes situations come up where you have there there's no talking or anything. It's like that's it. And when those situations have come up, I'm trying to think of what I would do if I had a camera on me and like I had like hundreds of people watching. The only thing I can think of is that I would probably hit the BRB as quick as possible, put the camera down, and then just take care of business. That's the only thing I can think of, like what I would do. But there are some streamers that when they get into situations with people, negative situations, they look at it as content and they have it on their trailers, like their Be Right Back trailer videos, and kind of interesting. Yeah, here. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. So these are some of the concerns I have, especially here in Santa Monica, because anything can happen here in Santa Monica. This is not Japan. It's not even remotely Japan. Um, oh, neat. Can I just start it right over? Fire at 720. Uh, 4 7, 3 4. By the way, this is exactly like the arcade game, which is really cool. I'd like to get Space Invaders, but I don't think they have it. It's the same. It's the same thing though, pretty much. So yeah, those are. I mean, I hate to think of negative things before I even do anything. I kind of do that sometimes, and but I mentally have to get ready for like, hey, if I just let it all hang out and I've got a video camera, um, I'm kind of inviting. I'm inviting complete strangers in, and everything and anything can happen. So that's something I gotta keep in mind. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't even want to do it. I love being at home. This is my little cave, and I have complete control over it. And those situations that can happen out in public or on the street, which can be dangerous, um, cannot happen to me here. So that's one of the reasons why I just kind of like, well, I don't know. But watching some of my favorite streamers deal with certain kinds of problems while they're streaming has been very educational. And they're so good at defusing the problem, or even with mentally disturbed people, they're somehow able to. Um, well, they're trying to rationalize with a person who is not mentally stable, um, which it just makes them look better, I guess. So, like if Twitch were to say, "Hey, that wasn't TOS," they can say, "Well, look, I tried to talk to this person, and um, but I've noticed that the problems that other streamers have had, um, and not even being in Santa Monica, like they actually had, these are people that have like mental health problems. I mean, Japandi, somebody who I follow, he's such a great streamer. My God, he's such a pro. He's such a pro. But um, yeah, Japandi had a problem 2 nights ago. He's in Greece right now, And apparently he took his rental car and he parked it right in a driveway. He blocked a car. Um, and when you're in a foreign country, as Japandi mentioned today, to get into any kind of physical confrontation with somebody and you're the foreigner, it's not going to go well for you. And of course, he lived in Japan for a long time, even though he's from America. So, and I've seen him in altercations in Japan as well. Like some guy grabbed his camera, thought that he was filming him, and I think Japan, his comeback was, uh, "You didn't go into debt for this uh, shite," is what he said. And like, don't touch my stuff. You didn't go into debt for this stuff. Like, that was his way of dealing with it. And I think it's because I'm a little bit older. Like, I wouldn't even want to talk to the guy. I would be so pissed off. And I'm not a tough guy. Probably get my ass served to me. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I grew up different. Um, I wasn't a tough guy, but my dad sure as hell was. So a bit of him creeps up into me. I got to remember that, like, oh yeah, I'm not a like UFC fighter, or actually, I'd be in bigger trouble if I was a UFC fighter and a situation were to come up. I would instantly be jailed. I mean, here in Los Angeles, if you get into an altercation like that, you are going to jail no matter what, until they figure out what's going on. So hitting somebody in any kind of way is not going to turn out too well for you. But if you have had professional training, you are really, really going to be in trouble. Because now, I think with the law in Los Angeles, what they basically, or in America, they say that if you've had professional training, if you're an amateur or professional athlete in fighting, like boxer, MMA, that means that your hands and your feet are actual weapons. And you used it, so you used a weapon on someone, basically. And that's why a fighter can get in a lot of trouble. I remember a friend of mine, her boyfriend was an amateur, a boxer, and he was from Italy. And the guy was a big dude. He was a pit bull looking dude. He was just huge, all muscles, tats, the whole 9 yard. I mean, this guy was menacing looking. And he was a boxer, amateur boxer. But amateur boxers, I mean, to me, that's like pro. And but the guy, like a lot of fighters, he had a short fuse, but he knew that he was like, he could take probably almost anybody on, especially on the street. So some guy, I guess, in line was being kind of a jerk, and they had words together. And then my friend's boyfriend just like took his hand and just slapped the guy across the face. And the guy was just like shocked. But yeah, just for that, you can go to jail for that. And he's a fighter, you know. And so yeah, I've got good reason to be nervous about taking a camera into public, walking around, inviting people to say, "Hey, don't film me," even if I'm shooting it straight at myself. That's the problem with a lot of IRL streamers, is that they're shooting the camera straight at themselves, and you have regular people who don't have health issues, or you have people who have mental health issues who think that the camera is pointed at them, or who knows what's going on in their head. They could think like, "Oh my God, the government is trying to get me," or whatever. Anything can happen. It could be a really, really dangerous situation. So yeah, that's kind of some of the things I thought about. I think it's cool. I mean, for young people, I think you might be able to get away with it like a lot more. But I don't know. So that's I mean, I got the beach. It's funny because the last time I went IRL, it was on Facebook, my a different account, And I decided when the coronavirus hit, all of my friends everyone had to stay home, right? But I live in like paradise. Like, my beach is like my backyard. So I thought, what could I do to make people a little happier, like all my friends? And I only have like about 140 friends on my Facebook account, which I'm never on anymore. But so I decided to take my cell phone, go to the beach, and just film the waves. Not me talking at all. The opposite of what this is, me talking. And just basically, um, yeah, I was just going to film, like you could hear the water, you could see the waves. I just thought every morning, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it till like they get used to it. And I did this every day for 30 days. I did it for a month straight. Every day, 7 a.m., I was on the beach with my camera. And one time I was walking with the camera, and this person who was, you could tell they were homeless, and you could tell that they were unstable. They had some mental issues. And the person just kept yelling at me, like, "Don't film me! Don't, there a lot of stuff or whatever." And then they decided to come over, like they were going to do something about it. And I was live. And my whole point of my beach IRL was to show calmness, to show the water, to kind of be meditative, like kumbaya, like, oh, isn't this great? And I had my camera in one hand and I had an open hand in the other. And I was getting ready. I mean, I actually was still on live, and I think I made the mistake of telling them not to come any closer because I don't think I even did that. I think I said something else that was a little more aggressive. And pretty much, yeah, that was almost go time. And again, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy, but that's. I ended up quickly canceling the stream, and then I was embarrassed because you could hear my voice like get kind of mad at this person, and and the person took a look at me and knew that like I meant what I said. So the person, the mentally unhealthy person who was about to get closer to me, who was threatening me, um, backed off, and everything was fine. So I deleted the video immediately. Then I went back on, and then I was just thinking to myself, "Oh my God, I can't even shoot the beach. I mean, the beach at 6 in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not like there's a thousand. We get thousands of people that come to the beach in Santa Monica. I totally understand if it was like a family or some pissed off father just saying, "Hey, I don't like you filming my family," or something, something crazy like that. Um, yeah, this was actually a beautiful day. It was like 6:30, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. Um, and this homeless person was the only person on the beach, and we almost got into it. So I don't know. I don't know. But that's not TOS. you know, any kind of violence is not TOS with Twitch, and that's something that I'll have to go into customer service mode. Customer's always right kind of thing. I don't know how well I'm going to do with that. Hence me not doing customer service. um, any kind of job I've ever done, when people have been rude to me, I give it back. I've never been good at just saying, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way." Okay, I've never been like that. And again, I'm not a tough guy. It's just that I don't take disrespect very well. I just don't. It's something, I don't know if it's from how I was brought up or whatever. But I was a massage therapist for 10 years, and then I even did Uber a little bit after that, and kicked people out of my room. Not physically, but I kicked people from being rude. to me when I was a massage therapist. I was like, okay, you're done. Just like that. I wasn't rude. I just said, you're done. They're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I'm not working on you anymore. You know, see ya. Some people I wouldn't even start a massage with. Like they were just like, you're gonna do this and that, and they just like really evil. Like this old lady was just like totally crazy. And I just started. I was laughing because she didn't know who I was. She didn't know my personality. I started laughing. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I think we're done. She goes, well, what are you talking about? I could tell like any kind of customer service job, she had always been mean to the person like behind the counter, like maybe at her coffee shop or something like that. Like she had this crabby kind of face, and she was really a miserable person. Who knows? I mean, obviously I feel a little bit sorry for her, but but she came in to get a massage from me, and she had her bag. She walks into the room, and she just starts ordering me. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do this, and crabby face and the whole 9 yards. And I am trying not to laugh. This is an older lady, and you could tell she's gotten away with this. Like no one has ever told her, "Hey, you know what? No, no, I'm not gonna do that." And maybe you should be a little nicer to people. And so she was going on, "You're gonna do this and that," and that's when I just said, "No, I think we're done." And her whole face changed. She went from crabby, mean looking to all of a sudden astonished and like, oh my God, this is not the way. This is not the way it usually pans out. I usually get to enjoy, you know, being awful to people, and she didn't get to have that kind of fun that day. So, and then another funny thing, she goes, "I know the owner," and she says the owner's name, and I was like, "Great, I know him too." I said, "He's my next door neighbor." And I was like, "Next time you see him, tell him I said hi." That's exactly what I told her. Yeah. And then with Uber, I have had a couple people who were, I did thousands upon thousands of people that I drove with Uber for the short time that I did it. Fun job, but just killed my car. And with Uber, yeah, with any kind of people job, you're going to have people that are not nice sometimes. And I love nice people. I mean, man, I am addicted to nice people. I cannot get enough of nice people. And, it's too bad it can take one person to just kind of you know, make things kind of go sour. Because, especially with like when I did the Uber job too. Well, that happened in massage too. I worked on 10,000 people, so, or over. And, but sometimes I'd meet people, and it happened a lot with Uber where I would just like be astonished how many nice people are in the world. I was just like, because I had so many different people. My main gig doing Uber when I was a driver was to work at the airport. I loved working at the airport. So I was getting professionals, or I was just people with like, it was just really fun. I just really, and I drove like really far away sometimes, like San Diego, Santa Barbara, um, and I get to really get to know the person that I was driving if they were talkative, and usually they were. So I talked to every single person that was in my car. I was almost going to do a YouTube channel on it because so many interesting stories, and I've said this before. Everybody has an interesting story. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter. I've said it over and over again, and I'm especially talking to my young people who are watching me, who are 14 or younger. Uh, Everybody has a funny story, or it could have happened at school, could have happened at home, your siblings, whatever. Those are funny things that you'll remember for a long time, and everybody has got an interesting story. It's true. Everybody's interesting and everyone's boring. We're all the same. So yeah, when I was doing the Uber job, I had mostly extremely cool people. Like I just couldn't believe some of these people. And I remember so funny the first week of being an Uber driver. I was in my car, and you gotta understand this is years. This is after years of being a massage therapist. Actually, I was still doing massage at the same time. And even today, I still have a couple clients that I work on, but I want to phase that out just because I just have done it for so long. Oh, so yeah, I just found out there's just so I was driving the first week of doing Uber. I was just going, all right, this is cool. I'm gonna pick the person up, and I was trying to like work the app on my cell phone and just get them to where they had to go, and I'm driving and uh, I'll never forget my first ever person that I picked up. It was raining. I had a rental car because I didn't want to use my own car. And I didn't even know how to like use the cars. Like my windshield was fogging up and I was getting so nervous because I just knew I was being terrible, like just terrible. And I remember I had this professional young guy, I forgot what his job was, but just a super cool dude. And he fixed my defrost on my front windshield so I could see. It was raining outside. And I remember telling him like, and he was my first pickup that I did with Uber. And I just said, "Are you sure you don't want to stay in the car for the next like 8 hours?" It was pretty funny. But yeah, I just discovered that there were so many cool people. Now um, with massage, I would get to know my clients, and I had hundreds and hundreds of clients. So because I'm in Los Angeles, a lot of interesting people, a lot of professionals from every walk of life, every walk of life. And I would get to know them. They would come to me on the regular. Some of them even like once a week would come to me. And I worked at a really posh, expensive spa, a very popular place here in Santa Monica. And a lot of celebrities would come in. I worked on some of them, and just every walk of life you can think of. But some of these people, you get to know them, and they're just like the nicest people ever. Um, and after a period of time, you just get to know them. I mean, it's just that's just all there is to it. And I always talk about they want to know what I'm up to, and they know everything about me. So most people fall asleep during a massage. My clients, the ones who like to come to see me, knew that I was going to be talking to them nonstop, and which I know sounds terrible, but that's just how it was. You know, I had a lot of people that did not want a massage from me, of course. You know, some people that were really nice because I just don't shut up. I should have been a hairstylist. What I should have been, because I don't shut up. That's just all there is to it. So hence me streaming, where I can just talk and talk and talk, and you guys can just turn the channel and nobody gets hurt if you get bored, which I totally understand. Uh, so I started doing Uber the first week. I started meeting the nicest, coolest people, all walks of life, different ages, just and once I would drop them off, that was it. That was it. There was no next time. There was no all right, see you in a month, or see you next week, or let me know how your trip goes, or whatever we were talking about. I would make notes as a massage therapist, some of the things we talked about, just so I could, keep in mind, like, okay, I remember this person. And then after like 100 people, I'd stop making notes. It just got too crazy. Um, which is kind of what's happening here on Twitch is that I remember the people that come into my room the most, obviously, just like any other streamer. So if someone like doesn't show up for like a year or something like that, you can't be expected to like know who they are. It just, and I'm just talking about like having over 100 followers on my channel. But you look at streamers who have like well, I would think that once it gets into like the 15,000 mark, that you only know a handful of the people that are in your room who are constantly talking in the chat, and that's it. You don't know anybody else. I'm different because I only have like 180 some odd followers, and I make a point as to go into my listing of followers to get their names, to kind of memorize them a little bit if I can, and then even go on their channel and see, if they're streamers or not, how long have they had their account, are they copies of accounts, stuff like that. And that's why I look at my follower count, and it's not a true number. It's obviously not a true number because there are some of my followers who have a couple different accounts. So that's why when I see the numbers, I was just like, well, just think if the people had like copies of their different channels, and I appreciate it because I obviously the followers that I have, they want my numbers to go up, so they follow with different accounts. I appreciate that, but we all know it's not real. I mean, it's not a real follower. And I would say how many fake accounts are following me? I would say fake accounts, there's probably a good, like, I would say almost 10, you know? I mean, out of 180 something, I think that's a lot. That's just my guess anyway. But yeah. So anyway, so what was I talking about? Something like my first week of being an Uber driver, discovering really nice people. So mentally, I already told you about being a massage therapist, where I get to know the people after like years, and we became friends pretty much. Like we were actually friends, and that became a normal thing mentally for me, is to get to know. Like as soon as they came into my room for the first time, in my mind, I'm thinking this could be a friend, a working friend. So obviously I'm working, that I could have for like the rest of my life. Like this could be a friend of mine forever. And I love having friends for a very, very long time. I have different types of friends. I don't want to say different levels, but the thing is, I've had friends for as long as I've pretty much lived. There's different circles of friends. I like that too. Um, yeah. So that was with massage. Uber turned out to be a whole different thing, where I was treating everybody who came into my car like they were a massage client, because it was, Uber is exactly like massage therapy as far as it's a customer service kind of thing. You ask people how they are, how's their day. I was even dropping some like massage therapy verbiage by accident, because I have a usual routine of how I talk to people when they're in my room, on my table. And the funny part is, I got caught a couple of times. Like, I don't forget what words I would use, but like, or maybe I was even telling one of my passengers, like, oh, yeah, I had this client the other day, and what I meant to say was I had a passenger the other day. So I had to learn how to say passenger and not client. I know that sounds like nothing, but actually, you try 10 years and thousands upon thousands of people, and you refer to them as client, and then you switch over to like passenger. Pretty weird, pretty strange. But so what really kind of, I noticed, I got home my first day of doing Uber, and I drove for about 10 hours, pretty long. And I think I had 40 passengers. I think that was about right. 40? I think. Los Angeles is really spread out and long. We have a lot of traffic, whatever. So 40, it can get to that point. I thought it'd be a lot more, but it was just 40. And a lot of those people I found to be very, very friendly, but mentally, my mind, especially my massage mind, I thought that these were people I'm going to see someday, soon. And I put like the time and effort into knowing who they were before they got out of the car, and without realizing that once they left the car, that was it. That was it. It's like, you know, that was it. It's kind of like life. Once your life is up, that's it. Boom. So when I got home, I got a little bit depressed. I was like going, God, why am I so depressed? I was like, oh, I'm never going to see those people again. And that was the only bummer. that that I had about the Uber job. Even though, funny enough, and of all the people that I drove, thousands and thousands of people that I drove in Los Angeles, uh, there were two people, maybe three, but two definitely that I know of, two people that I drove a second time. I think one guy maybe like a third time. And one guy, and the two people, one of the guys lives near me, and I guess there's not a lot of Uber drivers, so. Um, and I remember he had like a bad foot last time he was in my car, and I got to ask him about it. That's the massage therapist, in me. He like he thought it was astonishing. I remembered his foot, and I was driving him to work. That's what I was doing, one of my morning shifts, and yeah, really nice guy. The other dude, it was like around 7 o'clock at night, and somehow I was in an area of Los Angeles, right by the beach, where a lot of the video game companies are, like EA Sports, and I just happened to be in that area, and there's this guy that like twice got into my car, which I thought was pretty funny. And he used to be a professional gamer. Now he's working for the gaming company. And I think I knew about Twitch back then because I've known about Twitch for like 4 or 5 years. But he didn't mention anything about streaming. He was doing gaming for a living. And I ran into actually a couple different uh, people that were gaming for a living. Like this one really young kid, he's like, "Yeah, I'm flying to New York City because I have a tournament." And I forgot what game it was that he was playing, but he was able to play the game on his cell phone. So if that should tell you something, I don't know what game it was. And I just asked him, I go, "How many hours do you play?" And the hours that he played this cell phone game was off the charts. I mean, I've never heard of someone grinding so hard before in my life. Just totally crazy. If you haven't already figured it out, I'm playing the game, but I'm thinking more about what I'm saying and I'm just talking. I don't even know what I've done like in the past half hour. But I love Galaga. Who doesn't love Galaga? So this is really it's a just chatting. If you haven't figured it out. Matter of fact, screw it. Let's put on just chatting because that's what's going down right now. We're not going to get any. No one's going to type in Galaga anyway. Really? Yeah, come on. It's not going to happen. Just chatting. That's going to bring in millions of people. Boom. Yeah. Make that Twitch algorithm work. Kappa. Oh, interesting. Back. Let's go back. Yes. Oh, how's my candle doing? I'm gonna check my candle really quick. Whoa. I think there's a hole. Some hot wax just hit me. Maybe there's a hole in it. Oh. Okay. A little bit of wax, never hurt anybody. I have these little tiny, what are these candles called? They're like really, really small with the little tin. They're good for about an hour. I forget what they call them. They're natural candles. 24 unscented tea lights. Yeah, so they're tea lights. And really, this is the only candle that can fit in this thing. All right, I'll try it out. Perfect. unlike video games, I can actually do this. It's so funny. I'm lifting the tea light, but with a pen, and I've been playing so many video games like Teardown, and then Amnesia, where I have to like lift boxes, and it's almost like it's so hard to do like a simple thing that it's pretty easy to do it now. Hey, got some fresh wax in there. I'll let that stew. There's like wax coming out of his mouth. That does not look good. I do have a Mrs. Pac-Man. I don't know if I should rock that out. I guess I could. I could do anything, right? Uh-oh. I forgot to... So what did we talk about? A lot of updates on stuff. And you know, I talk about a lot about the IRL stuff. I still don't even know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, and it might be a scuffed version of what I wanted to do just because I can't afford the equipment. One of the pieces of the equipment actually is called a live view, where you can have multiple modems. Most big time IRL streamers use live view. It's about $1,000 to get it, and you still have to buy the modems, and you still need to buy the plans. So you're looking at close to like, someone said like 3,000. I don't think it's 3,000. I mean, maybe with your camera and everything, and then you have battery packs and all that jazz. But I think you could get away with the battery, maybe a couple batteries, live view. That's $1,000. I don't know. I'm thinking. Yeah, actually, I do think it's about 3,000. It's about $3,000. I asked Japan D. Jones, one of my favorite IRL streamers, who's been doing it for like 4 years, and I feel really, really weird about talking about that I try not to talk that I'm a streamer, because I'm such a huge fan of theirs that it'll look like I'm promoting. And it is kind of promoting, but the only thing is that their audience is not my audience. Their audience is extremely adult themed stuff, which is kind of the shame. It's kind of a shame that has to be the topic with a lot of these IRL adult streamers. It's like there just seems to be like one thing on people's minds, and I don't know, doesn't that get boring after a while? I mean, I'd rather talk about other stuff. You know. I mean, I get it, but really, it's like, but then again, I think most people are not quote unquote getting it, so they probably like talking about it. That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't know my version, so it is. But why am I talking about just so? Oh, so I'm on Japandi's IRL stream, and I'm like way deep in contemplating, should I? The only way my channel is going to get bigger is if I probably do IRL. It's probably the only way it's going to get bigger. And then maybe if the IRL gets big enough, I could bring it back to my house, because that would be ideal, you know, to be able to bring it back to being at home and not having to be outside. I noticed there's some big IRL streamers that are starting to do that. I don't know if they've always done it, but I can tell they want to get that Twitch streamer cred, and they're trying to bring their followers back indoors. But the bread and butter is obviously IRL. So I asked Japandi, I said, and I got up in every nerve. I just like, oh, man, I hope he's not going to hate this. And I said, what would you, I asked him, what kind of advice would you give to a brand new IRL streamer on Twitch? And funny thing is that, I mean, I've done a couple IRLs already. Some were actually kind of cool, even though the quality was awful. But I'm talking on the regular, like real for real IRL. And he said he had a really like serious face. He's usually a really funny guy, jokes galore. And the first thing that came out of his mouth, he's like, "Don't expect anything." That was the heaviest thing I've ever heard. Don't expect anything. I mean, that can mean so many different things. But the one thing that we don't realize, especially with the big time IRL streamers, is all of the work that they've put into it. The collaborations. I keep forgetting that Japandi was actually Andy Milikanite. I can't say his last name, but he's like he's a real celebrity. Like he's been on MTV, he has his own TV shows, and he's been in movies and whatever. And now, of course, he's a great streamer, and he's helped out a lot of upcoming IRL streamers, and Japandi's one of them. So anyone who has, I would say, 200 people or more in their chat room has had some kind of help, somehow, some way. Except for there's very few that just did it on their own without any kind of collabs or anything. And I would say I wouldn't doubt it if like the Walking Pineapples, that's a whole different thing, because you got Martine and you got Phi, and Phi is just a beautiful Thai girl, and Martin just like exploits that to the hilt. I mean, on his titles he just puts walking on the beach with beautiful Thai girl. Well, this is his girlfriend of like the past 5 years. But it's content that pulls you in because she's a beautiful girl. So of course it's all of these guys and some Thai girls too, like that come on their channel. But the smart thing about Martine, Martine's originally from Montreal, Canada, so he has that French kind of accent. He's been living in Thailand for the past 12 years, and just total sweetheart. I've been on their stream before. I just called in from Discord, and we'd had a fun. It was just really, really fun. They average between 350 to 400. I'm not sure I've ever seen them peak at 500 viewers. I haven't seen that yet. It depends on what the content is. But what was really smart about Martin is that he needed to draw people into his YouTube. They started off on YouTube. They got booted off of YouTube, and then they went over to Twitch. But what was really smart is that through his girlfriend, of course, and she's not always on. She's got her own job that she does. And what was really smart is that he pulled people in, like me, I just wanted to see tropical beaches in Thailand. I've been to Thailand. I've been to the tropical beaches, and I was kind of like, God, I want to. It's been years since I've been there. And then you got Phi, who's just totally beautiful, so that doesn't hurt. And then Martin actually is a great content Twitch streamer. He doesn't need his girlfriend in order to keep a captive audience and to make good content. And he is a great IRL streamer. He continuously reads chat really, really well. And they make, I mean, making money is part of an IRL streamer. Obviously, it's any streamer on any IRL streamer on Twitch is not going to tell you that it's all about the money. It's all about the money, and they do a really good job of making money. I mean, I'm always amazed with any kind of Twitch streamer who their content is just about, some of their content, they're making so much money so fast that their content is not about games. Their content is about reacting towards making money. That's their content. There's one guy, Daniel DK is like that. And Daniel DK, what's great about him, I'm calling out all these people. Daniel DK does a lot of amazing, I mean, he was in the top 10,000 streamers. I mean, he was in there. Young guy, musician, a heavy metal guitar player. His brand is really, really great because he's a heavy metal guitar player in a heavy metal band. I've never heard of him before, and until I saw him on Twitch, and friends with Japandi Jones and some other streamers that I know. But he's usually at home. He's got his electric guitar. He's got songs that don't have the lead guitar on it, and he just plays along. And he'll do like one song, and then he'll just do hype for the next like 10 minutes or so, and then play another song, and then a hype. And the hype that he does is so good. It's like, I was almost going into my own wallet just to like give him money. That's how good he is. I mean, he is really, really good. I mean, the way he hypes and gets people to drop their money on his stream, it's no wonder the kid's making over 100 grand. It's no wonder. I mean, he does some good IRL streams too, not just at his house. He does a heavy metal. He has a bunch of little. It's like, what I like about his stream is that it's kind of like a tree, and each branch is different content. So like one branch could be his heavy metal talk show where he talks to other heavy metal musicians, and another branch could be him playing guitar where he talks about heavy metal, and then and then any part of those branches, 90% of it is just him reacting to people dropping money on him, which is just incredible. It helps to be an extremely likable guy, and he seems to me like an extremely likable guy. Very social. I'm sure his band is doing okay, but if he was a sideman, if he was paid as a hired musician, he would get the best gigs out there right now, because it's all about the hang. With a lot of musicians, a lot of people don't realize is that musicians who are hired to play with, like, just name your favorite music artists who are using real musicians. Okay, that would be on Twitch. Pretend like you like an artist that actually plays real instruments. I'm trolling everybody who's listening to me right now. Sorry. Anyway, so we'll pretend. So, let's say Katy Perry is your favorite, or my favorite. We'll say Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is your favorite, and she needs to hire a drummer. And believe it or not, the playing ability for people like Katy Perry or Billie Eilish or these other musicians who need to hire real musicians to play on stage, to play live. I'm also in the studio too, but that's a different thing. It's not always about, it's not just about can they play the parts correctly, are they good musicians. That's a given. They should already be amazing at their instrument and be able to play. But the main thing, I think, from what I've heard, it's all about the hang. It's all about the hang. And the hang means, like, can you be on a bus with this person for like 10 hours every single day, 15 hours, whatever it is. Because remember, you're only playing music for like 2 hours if you're with a big time artist. And the reason why people get fired on tour is because they're not a good hang. It could be reasons that are also extremely unfair. I've heard of people who have been fired on tour because they don't party. They don't do drugs. They don't drink. They don't, they don't do, illegal stuff. And I actually, I got gigs to go on the road, but I had the other musicians that were being hired kind of get mad at me that I didn't want to go out drinking. Because I just like, no, I got to be up in the... I remember, where were we? I think we were like in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I was with a band on the road, and the hired bass player considered himself a partier, a real rock and roll partier. He was the biggest poser I've ever seen. And actually got fired later on. But beside that fool, I remember him, it was like a Saturday night, we weren't playing, and he was like, man, I found a bar down the street or across the way, and let's go get drinks. I'm like, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Like, no problem. I gotta be up in the morning because I'm gonna get up at 7 and go running, which is unheard of for like rock and roll, right? Which is really not. I mean, like, guys who've been doing it for a while and they know that the whole party thing is pretty lame. I mean, those who want longevity, those who, let's just say those who have been there before, and say, wow, this music thing and making money playing music it's a lot more important than like trashing it for an addiction. So anyway, this guy got really mad at me that I wouldn't go out with him to a bar to get drunk because we were on tour. And I was like, no, dude, I got to be up early in the morning. I'm gonna go running. It's like, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get up at like 6 a.m. because Las Cruces is really hot in the summertime. And if you are a runner, you better be out the door by like 6 a.m. because by 8:30 in the morning or something, it's going to start getting really hot. Really hot. I mean, after that time, it's like, forget it. That's what I'd like to, that was my deal. So, but the hang is a real thing. It's called the hang. And in interviews with your favorite musicians, just play along with me. I'm sure I'm trolling again. Just pretend there's real musicians playing real instruments on stage, like the artist that you like. And not pre-recorded in the background, and not vocoder, and not programmed by the studio engineer, but actually real musicians. Let's just pretend. It could happen, maybe. It's all about the hang. They're not going to hire them unless they're like, what's this dude all about? It's probably why I probably could never, I don't think I could ever get a gig with like a country artist. Even though I could play the crap out of the music, it would be simple to play. Even though it can, they got the best musicians in Nashville, they're no slouches. But yeah, I'm not a drinker. That's the only thing. And what? All of their songs are about drinking, pretty much. Tell me, like, at least, out of a whole record, out of like 10 songs in an album, there's not going to be at least 5 songs about drinking in a country song. Trolling country music right now, why not? It's kind of a joke, but it's all about the hang, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good hang. I really don't know. I probably could have good conversation, but I'm not going to get high with anybody, and I'm not going to condone it. And getting drunk, for a lot of people is, I'm going to use a bad word, but oh well, is basically getting drunk for people, for a lot of people, is a license to be an asshole. I kind of stole a little bit of that from Frank Zappa, what he said. And yeah, they feel like they can just, you know, it's, for the most part, it's not fun talking to a drunk person. Actually, it's not fun at all. Number one, they're loud, they're in your face, and they're talking really, really loud, and they think they're being cute, they think they're being funny, they think that it's going over a lot better in their mind than how it's coming out. And I'm sure back in the day, you know, when I drank, I'm sure I was annoying too. You know, I just can't think of anybody when they're not drunk that, I mean, it could be funny in different circumstances, it could be kind of funny. But I'm talking about like you're stuck on a bus with somebody who's drunk. You're stuck with somebody, you know, and that would just be the worst. Been there, done that. I forget how to do this. I want to go to the next letter. Ooh, did I do it right? Bad. That's what I want. How do I... Yay! I did it. Look at that. I did it. So what do we talked about the hang with musicians. So why did I bring up the hang? We're going to bring it full circle, something I usually never do. I usually get on a tangent. I never come back to the main thought, the main thing I'm talking about. The thing about the hang, there are certain musicians I have met in my life who are beyond a good hang. They're just like the most lovable people. They're easygoing. They're, you know, in a musician environment, a professional musician environment, they're just they are the utmost professionals, and they know when to get away and be to themselves, and they know, you know, that's the deal. And Daniel DK, we're bringing it right back to the heavy metal guitar streamer on Twitch, Daniel DK. Make sure you follow him. And I say follow him because he freaking deserves it. You know what? I mean, he has something like 20k followers, maybe more, makes over 100 grand. The guy is doing really well. Does not need my help with my, you know, my 100 Andy followers. You know, I only have a couple, like 2 followers, but when I see somebody who just is so good at streaming, it's just so fun to watch, especially if you've streamed before, because you really like, wow, I could not do that. Like this guy, and I watched Danny DK or Daniel DK. I watched him stream. And I think he may even put in the title, and he drinks a lot. He drinks beers. He's all about the rock and roll kind of life kind of thing. And he's young. Why not? You know, good for him. But he is absolutely TOS. He's never drunk on stream. At least I've never seen him drunk on stream. He just has like a beverage with him, you know. And his stream is just on point. It's crazy good. The content. So anyway, I watched his stream about a week or 2 ago, and the title said hungover something something. And if you've never been hungover before, don't worry about it. You are not missing anything. Just imagine like your worst fever or flu. Remember how bad that felt? You got to throw up, and you got to you really feel like you're dying. That is like a really bad hangover. That's something you have to look forward to. If anyone tells you drinking is fun, you got that to look forward to. Congratulations. If there was ever a reason not to drink, you got, mark my words, worst flu or fever you've ever had. It will feel exactly like that. I'm talking like a bad hangover. So, not only does he have a bad hangover, he's streaming. And I thought, okay, this guy always has tons of energy. And by the way, I'm still running off of my chocolate that I ate earlier. This is the most energy you're ever going to see me have, pretty much. Like I've talked nonstop now for about an hour or so. And that's because I just had tons of, I can't shut up right now. So, hence me always wanting to have my own radio show. You know, just, I don't even need guests. I can just keep talking like there's no tomorrow. I'm not going to promise you it's going to be interesting, but I can keep talking like it's no tomorrow. That's why I want to get a microphone. I want to get a really good broadcasting microphone. We'll see, but I love the fact that I'm talking about Daniel DK this much. This much, man. Boy. I wonder if he has any other fans that talk about him this much. I don't know. But I'm fanboying out. But I was talking to him. He actually had a hangover, and he was streaming. And you could tell, like, he had a little bit of a serious face, and he was playing guitar. And I've actually seen him on stream where I can read. My perception of people is better than the average person because I was a massage therapist for 10 years. I can touch somebody or I can talk to them in about a couple minutes, and I know exactly how their day has been going. Even if they have a smile on their face, I know exactly what's going on. I'm usually 100%, 150% right every time. And with Daniel, I just noticed he had that concerned kind of, his eyes looked kind of concerned, and he was playing his guitar. You could tell he didn't want to be there. Or you couldn't tell, but I could tell. But he still brought the energy. He's still like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Oh, thanks so much. And wow, come on, guys, let's do this. Let's break this out. And his alerts are on point. Everything is high energy. Everything, every second is high energy. Every moment is him reacting to all the money that he makes. I mean, in about a half an hour, I saw him make a couple grand. You know, easy, no problem. And I was just like, oh my God. And basically the punchline to all of this, talking about Daniel DK, is that I could never do that. I mean, it's just like, there's no way. There's no way I could, because if I did, and I don't think Daniel DK is putting on, I don't think it's a put on. I think that's his real personality. And if it's not, he's doing a great job of acting. The people that have to act like they have a lot of energy and to put in a lot of extra effort because it's not their normal personality, that would be your Asmongold. I'll just safely say me. You know, it's just, when I have high energy, it's because it's really happening. But I'd be lying if I didn't say after the stream I'm going to be totally tired. And the next stream is not going to be that kind of energy. It's just not, you know. And that's the difference between a live streamer on YouTube, a live streamer on Twitch, and somebody who's watching a YouTuber. Because a YouTuber, what they can do is they can just wake up on the day that they have a lot of energy, or they can have a script, and everything is planned out. The shots are planned out. The B-roll is planned out. Everything is planned out, including how they're going to act. High energy, smiling a lot, and then if it doesn't come off that way, do a second take, because it's all recorded. But a Twitch streamer can't do that. A Twitch live streamer, you get exactly how that streamer feels that day. That's it. You get their real personality because no one can, after a while, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it. There's no way. And that's what I came to terms with. Like, when I took my 3-month break, I was just like, I can't do that every day. I can't play Rocket League every single day because, you know, an 11-year-old wants me to play Rocket League with him. I mean, his parents aren't even giving me money to babysit him. What the, you know, what the, you know what the frick, as Man Gold would say. Not S. Oh, sorry, S-Fan. I just combined S-Fan and Osman Gold. Was it? Oh, whatever. What the frick is what he would say. Yeah, that kind of energy is just like, wow. You know, so I knew with my 3-month break that I had to come up with something where, how can I stream where I can just be myself and not sound like I'm depressed? And which is funny because when I was using my normal voice, I actually got some of my regulars in here who've actually said, "Wow, is everything okay? You don't sound right." And the funny thing is that was my normal voice. You know, that was like normal me on like your normal day. Which is really funny, you know. So come watch the depressing guy. Come watch the guy who sounds depressed. But that's my normal voice. You know, my voice right now, I could honestly tell you, is probably not normal. It's a little bit on the higher energy scale. It's just because I had tons of chocolate. I had crap loads of sugar. And I just thought I would take advantage of it and have a stream where I didn't even realize I was going to do a stream like this. Like, what would happen if I just was just gacked up on chocolate, and then I just talk for a while, a long while. And thing is, I haven't had anyone in my chat room for an hour and a half. And I think I was talking when Tommy was in here earlier. I think I talked right over him. I don't even, like, I said hi to him, but other than that, I was off to the races. So, you know, which I'm having a good time, you know. I don't mind. You can just kind of put me on, and you can even put the cell phone to the side and do whatever you're doing, because I'm just using up every bit of sugar high I can here. So anyway, giving praise to Daniel DK. Drop him a follow. See if, you know what, if you're listening to this and you're wondering if I'm correct or not about Daniel DK, about his energy, his amazing content, even if you don't like heavy metal music, do yourself a favor, drop him a follow, and then watch one of his streams, come back, and you tell me what you thought of his stream. If it was good content or not. Leopold, what's going on, dude? Time to change that. Shall we reset the timer? Did we fall back already? Oh, you could be right. No. We're still at 206. We do fall back. I forget when that happens. I forgot. I forgot when that happens. But how you doing, dude? Are you good? Hope you're doing well. I ate a lot of chocolate, so I'm having a sugar high right now, and decided I wasn't supposed to stream at all, and I just decided to stream and just talk a lot. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been talking about every subject, of course, mostly Twitch oriented. Talked a little bit about when I was an Uber driver, the importance of nice people. My anxiety towards possibly doing IRL streams, but the importance of it for the channel. And I think I'm going to take one for the team. I think I'm going to do IRL anyway, because I just want to see if I can get the channel to be like, if I can get to 200 people in my chat room, that would be incredible. That would mean I'm on my way. That would mean that, like, wow, I'm really doing this. If I can get to like 200 people in my chat room and they can't wait to come on and to chat, ask me questions, and just you know, talk about any kind of subject, then I'm in heaven. That would be great. I'm just hoping those people don't mind watching me play games badly, because I'm not just going to be outside. I want to do games too. Reset the timer. No. The people talking in chat timer. I'm actually feeling a bit down, but I'm okay. What's going on, bro? I don't understand the chat timer. What is it? I'll reset the chat timer? I don't know. Well, I mean, that was the last time somebody was in the chat room, was at 12:38. But it's all good. What's going on, dude? Tell me what's going on with you. Dr. Bat is now holding court. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can tell you a stupid story about myself that'll make you feel better. Maybe, possibly. Could happen. Possibility. Could happen. You never know. So yeah, I was talking about IRL. I was talking about Daniel DK. Great content maker. I love talking about other streamers. Constantly talking about the people that I think are just great content makers. And I think the reason why I'm giving Daniel DK the VIP award for Twitch streamer today. Let's just hang with him today. And I'm just gonna call him the VIPer, the Bat VIP streamer of the day, Mr. Daniel DK, is because some of his content could be construed as adult at times, but it's not adult. Like, he's not talking about sex. That's the difference between him and my other favorite streamers who do adult content. It's like they have to. It's like they have to talk about sex, and that's unfortunate because it's just so boring to talk about. I mean, and again, I think the reason for is that most of the people that come in the room, they probably don't have a lot of sex. Like, they don't know much about it or something. I don't know. It sounds to me like they're not getting it at all. If they're constantly talking about it, you know. But Daniel DK, what I like about him is that he doesn't go there. You know, he's talking about music, and he's talking about heavy metal. You know, heavy metal is, even if you're not a heavy metal fan, is probably, out of all the genres of music, it is probably the most fun. It's the most cartoony of all the music genres. It's like, I mean, you can really have fun with it. Even if you're not a fan of it, you can have fun with it. It's easy to kind of follow along. Like, there's a uniform for heavy metal. There's a hairdo with heavy metal. Like, music isn't just the only thing that makes heavy metal really fun, and sometimes even funny. And he captures all that. Okay, see, I don't know. I'm just kind of having a bad day. All right, dude. I feel your pain, man. Life is about ups and downs, and some days we're just chemically, mentally, just gonna have one of those days, man. So all I can say is relax and watch me play Galaga badly. Watch me play a game that's probably about watch me play a game that's probably 40 years old. Do you know Galaga? Have you ever seen this before? This is an old game, and this is actually this is exactly like the arcade one, the one we used to put money into. We had to go to an arcade to play it. This is just like it. I mean, it's exactly like it. I'm glad I picked it up. I got Mrs. Pac-Man, but I'm terrible at it, and yeah. I mean, I'm terrible at everything, but really bad at that. Let's see. Nah, thank you though. It's just a lot of right now. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do this again. Nope. See, I did it right the other time. Let's see. I can do it again. Bat, and then I hit. Alright. I don't know how I got up on the scoreboard when I did worse than I did before, but I don't know. We'll try it. 40. My high score is 47,000. Is that my high score, or is that somebody else's? I don't know. I've seen versions of it. I'm sorry I got to be going to bed. Alright, dude, Leopold, take it easy, bro. Glad you dropped in. And have a good sleep, man. Tomorrow is a whole different day. As I say when we go to sleep, sometimes we just, whatever, we work things out when we're asleep. When we're dreaming, when we're unconscious. I really think other things are at play, especially when we're not feeling the greatest. What can absolutely happen is that you're working out the problems while you're asleep, while you're unconscious. There could be other things at play as well. And sometimes you get that feeling when you wake up, like, what happened? Like everything is a clean slate. Everything is clear, like, you know, like you're an artist and there's no paint on the canvas at all. It's like, and that means you got a fresh new day. So you'll be doing that when you're asleep, I'm sure. And enjoy your day tomorrow, man. That's it. Enjoy the day tomorrow. Enjoy the day tomorrow. Wow. I didn't realize the game was this loud. It's alright. Choo, choo, choo. So this stream is dedicated to Mr. Daniel DK. I decided he gets the Bat VIP, the November Bat VIP award for best energy on a stream. Very coveted. The Batties. Everybody knows the awards are called the Batties. I will be giving out a Batties award. It's better than Boom. I like Batties. A Batty. Yeah. Well. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. Cool, dude. Have a good one. The Batties award for the month of November is awarded to Mr. Daniel DK for most energy on a live stream. I should say most real energy on a live stream. Hardest working content maker during a stream. He gets a Batty award for that as well. It's a couple Batty awards for November. The Batties. I like that. I like that. I got to come up with an award for the Batties. Yeah, for Mr. Daniel DK. Pretty good, pretty good. And I need to like check out some other streamers. I know there's a billion of them out there, and I just I can only find out a lot of times about other streamers through the streamers that I watch because they rate them or they talk about them. So it's the only way I can find out who's who. So I'm hoping to find out more and more streamers. Like for instance, Aaron Play is somebody. Well, I shouldn't even say his name. He's one of the highest earners on Twitch. I believe he's from Mexico. He might be from Spain. I'm gonna say he's from Spain. Why not? And like today, he had like 136,000 kids. I know they're kids. Watching him play Minecraft, and that's just mind-boggling. And he does it almost every day. But I've seen his numbers like drop to like 80,000. And it's a little concerning to me that he can have low numbers, and then some days he has numbers that are like through the roof. That makes me scratch my head a little bit. I probably can't say any more about that. But let's just say things that make you go, I still have Minecraft. think I'm gonna start a new. Maybe it's called survival mode or something. Because where I'm at right now, I don't know if it's like it. There's already a city built, and I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do in there. So I got bored, got off. So maybe with my Minecraft, I'll try to. If I can turn it kind of, I don't see how I can turn it into a teardown. Because teardown it's just fun. I really have a good time with teardown. Even though, you know, as usual, I play the game differently than other people, or than the game. You're supposed to smash and break things, but not the way I'm doing it. I'm smashing and breaking everything I possibly can. And unfortunately, the storyline, and you don't get points for doing that. It's too bad. I think you should get rewarded for smashing the most stuff. Like every time, you should get just a point system is fine. You know, get a little bit, some bragging rights for points. Like back in the day when this game first came out, it's all about points. It's all about that's your bragging rights were the high score. I never got the high score. Some games, what we would do with the old Atari games is we would play and we would be so good at it that we would call it turning over the clock, or not the clock, but the points. So my points right now are 1,000. Well, I'm at 18,020 right now, and so if I were to keep on going, the fun thing we used to do with Atari is make it go all the way back to 0. And it would probably take us like 2 hours, 3 hours to do it. I forget how long it took us to do it. But that was like the most exciting thing for us. Like, whoa, I turned it over. Turning it over was like huge. When I was like 15, that's what we did. MTV and Atari. Lots of Atari. It's interesting how my gaming, I've been gaming my whole life pretty much. Still suck at it, but I enjoy it. And there were times where I wasn't gaming really hardly at all. Different types of gaming. But as soon as I discovered multiplayer, like playing other people online, that brought me right back into gaming. Like I think I even had I probably had a 10-year hiatus or something of playing games on the regular. And when I discovered multiplayer, multiplayer was like a brand new thing. Well, newish. And all of a sudden, gaming was everything to me. And I think to a lot of other people too. Because then you got like EverQuest, I think, came up big thing. The big MMOs came out before WoW, all those things. I really wanted to like WoW. The idea of a open world, thousands and thousands of players, but I just can't get into the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need someone just to train me or something, like teach me, like, hey, this is why it's cool, and I'll walk you through it, and I know there's big streamers like Pokey, and they're actual streamers that have coaches. I know Pokey, when it came to playing Valorant, I think she actually had a teacher, and then she was even off stream, like just playing like crazy so that she could stream it. And now she's like, I think she's ranked now, but she absolutely had a teacher. Some of these games someone's gotta help you along. I almost had a Valorant teacher, the guy who helped set up my alerts. This guy was a ranked, what game was it? I forget what game, real popular game, but he was a ranked, like, he was like the 20 20th best in Germany or something, which says a lot. And now he fixes like alerts and overlays for like professional athletes, and the FaZe clan. He does all their stuff. So he helped me set up my stream after 3 guys didn't know what they were doing. But he was gonna teach me how to play Valorant. And he told me, he goes, you know what, out of all the first-person shooters, excuse me, he said, you really should play Valorant. It's a good first one for you to play. But, I don't know. I still don't, the whole, like, laying down the charges and stuff like that, I still don't get that. Still not great at that. I'm not, first-person shooters are just not great at them. Never was. My thing, I just, I loved camping. Rainbow Six, and especially the, you know. And then when it became a thing online where you could play with different people, I used to get in trouble all the time for camping. I love the idea of just hiding in a corner, having a gun ready, someone comes around the corner and I just... Easy. Really easy. Because I obviously didn't have the talent to run and gun. I couldn't do it. I was just so bad at it. And then everybody would just go, who's the camper? Who's the... Because they didn't want people camping. They wanted everyone... Let's just... You know, I totally get it. So can I beat this score? I mean, now I'm like actually looking at it and thinking, wow, it'd be fun if I could beat the high score, but I'm not great at this game, and I don't know if that high score is even me. It looks like it might be me. Yeah, the high score has got to be me, because it looks like I'm in fighting range. Alright, let's see. I'm going to try to beat the high score. Okay. Actually going to now put on my thinking cap and not talk about anything but trying to... Hey, beat it! Beat the high score. Hey, let's go! Let's go! Let's go, let's go. Whoa, it just got really fast. It just got really fast. My gosh, look how fast they're going. What the heck? What the heck? Got a high score. Means that high score means I'm amazing. And I got no more guys left? I don't know. Does the right side mean I get, like, that's how many guys I have? I don't know. Stage 9? Let's go. Let's go. I'm so gamer right now. I'm like professional gamer, dude. Just got killed. Oh, that was it. Hey, that's pretty good. Got a new high score. Go me. Hits missed. 52 point. Go me. No. There we go. Okay. I thought I messed up, but I didn't. Okay. Since I beat my high score, I get a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. My favorite, I said it before, my favorite candy is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's the chocolate and the peanut butter together. It's amazing. It's incredible. I still have half a bag left of my mini, what are they called? Miniatures. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup miniatures. And, you know, I think they put too much salt in these things. If they had less salt, I think it'd be better. Oh. Okay. There's like a salt aftertaste, but it's good. I love it. Yum a dum num num. I love that. I'm thinking another candle. Here. I still got candles left. I'm down to my last row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 more of these things left. My tea lights. How long do I think it's like an hour that they light for? Doesn't seem that long. Maybe it doesn't say on. It's got to say on the box. Let me get my bat goggles on so I can read. Oh wait, I already have them on. Okay, let's see here. Eco-friendly, clean burning, paraffin free, lead free, non-toxic. Well, that's good. That would suck if it was toxic. No gluten. No, just kidding. Because you breathe what you burn. It doesn't really say. I mean, I think they're good for like about an hour. But they smell kind of good though, even though it's supposed to be unscented. I'm gonna plop this right in to our jack-o'-lantern. It's getting a lot of use. It's true. True story. I'll move it over here a little bit. This stream dedicated to our November Batty's Award. The Batties go to a streamer, a Twitch streamer that hits it out of the park with amazing content, great energy, makes big time buku bucks. That's a big part of it. And it goes to Mr. Daniel DK. That's who it goes to. Because when you got it, you got it. So this lighting of the candle of Mr. Jack O'Lantern is for Mr. Daniel DK. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Candle? Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? There you go. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Alright, now he's lit. Dude, that's lit. No, really, it's like I just lit a candle. Okay. Okay, I'm getting kind of in the mood to drive a little bit. I haven't driven car game in a while, and I'm thinking maybe Wreckfest. That might be fun. I'm terrible at Wreckfest though. I don't have a steering wheel yet. But let me roll over to the messy room, because we're having so much fun, kids, aren't we? You know what I'm saying? High five, don't leave me hanging. Oh. Damn. Left hanging again. That was cool. That was cool, yo. I said yo. Whoops. I said whoops. Okay, well, bop, bop, bop. Quick look here. Oh, nice. Okay. Thought I doxed myself there for a second, but I think it's all good. It's all good. So I got packed. Ooh, MotoGP. That sounds good. Again, games that nobody watches on Twitch, but I might want to do MotoGP. That always gets me going. Is that a Wreckfest? What did I'm not even in my driving, I'm just in my favorite zone. Here we go. Yeah, NASCAR heat. We can turn left for a while. Guess we can do that. MotoGP is something I'm not good at yet. And I don't think it'd be smart for me to stream it yet. Car Mechanic 2018, I just suck at it. They gotta tell me what to do because I don't know what to do. It's kind of been the vibe of, see what time is it right now? Oh, it's a great time to do 2021. But, yeah, I would be better off doing F1 2020. See, I can stream 2020, but 2021, not so good at that. Let's do Wreckfest. Why not? Try Wreckfest. Update. Oh, I gotta get an update on it. All right. Well, while they're updating Wreckfest, I will put in the new title. I'm a professional streamer. That's right, baby. I'm $20 away from getting my first big paycheck from Twitch. That's right. That's right. Lamborghini payments. Here we come. I'm giving up the day job. I'm gonna be a full-time streamer. $20 away from my first paycheck. Only took a year. So when people ask me, "Hey, how much do you make?" I'm like, "How much do I make? $100 a year." That's funny. I want to be so close to okay. Let's just change it. Change it. Wreckfest. Wreckfest. I knew I should do ATS. I might do ATS after this, just because I haven't backed up for a while, and since I know no one's watching, I'll probably do that. Best. Who knows? We'll see how I feel. See how I feel. I've been breakfast for a while. Guess we ought to add a deal here. Automotive. Update it. Yeah, it's updated. Music seems to be okay. Got a new charge on the headphones. Going good there. Breakfast Rally Trophy. Cool. Gonna play some Wreckfest. I have no idea volume for this. We'll find out. I hope there's no music, because that would suck. I love how in the game it just tells you, don't do this at home and stuff like that. Huh. Okay, there it is. There it be. There's my Mustang. When I grew up, my mom had a Mustang that pretty much was the same year, I think, as that one, even though it's got, you know, it's got all the fancy stuff on it. Career, custom event, DLC store. What's going on in the DLC store? Okay. Doesn't look like anything I really want to check out right now, does it? I think people are using... Oh, that's great. That's great. I have no idea what that was all about. I might have to kill this video. I keep showing stuff that I don't think I should be showing. So ridiculous. So bad at this. Alright. So, great. How about no? Alright, messy room for a second. Okay, that's amazing. I have that many friends out there. Okay, Wreckfest. It's really great. Click to return to the game. Yeah. Would that be any smaller? Jeez. The thing that says click to go to the back to the game is just like so small. All right, career, start or continue your race. I don't know, like regional, juniors. All right, I guess we can only do regionals. Challenge, eat dirt. Restrictions, owned, lawnmower. It's time for the annual country fair nearby, and you've been invited to show off your wrecking skills with a lawnmower. Show the farmers who's the boss in the town, and the hollowed instrument of tidy lawns is yours to keep. Welcome to the world of no-holds-barred demolition racing. With a mixed set of short and easy tracks and a free choice of ride as long as it's Class C. This short series of single races offers rookie racers and wreckers a perfect introduction. Natural-born wreckers. Mud Mayhem. I don't know if I've done Mud Mayhem before. Be prepared for mud, cheering crowds, and the smoke from walling engines as cars get torn apart in the demolition. Now let's try that. Mud Mayhem? Sure. Gotta check on that. You have already completed this series. Do you want to reset it? Okay. Doesn't want me to do that. What? I haven't done that golf cart? Alright, let's do the golf cart one. Why not? Standings. Garage. Alright, here we go. Because nothing says demolition like a good lawnmower. And of course we have lawnmower. This just looks... Do they really do this in real life? I don't know. Oh. Enter. Start. Okay, let's just start. Wreck 3 opponents. How do I know I wrecked? Oh! Oh, and ran his ass over. and ran his ass over. Oh, and then I got the wrong. Go. Boom! Oh! Too bad. I thought I wrecked. Oh, got one. Boom! Got two. What? Only got one? I thought I got two. I like running the dudes over. They're on the ground and helpless. Three. I wrecked three. Okay, it gave me the other one. Let's keep on going. I said wreck three, but boom! I like hitting the bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies. That'll do it good. Death growl. I'm not very good at that. Got 5 dudes. Oh, that thing's on fur. Oh, almost got him. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the... Oh. So close. Let the... Oof. Let the bodies... This is actually more fun than I thought it was going to be. Boom! Who's next? Who's next? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... Ooh, 2 at a time. Ten wrecked. I'm evil. I'm evil, I tell you. I'm Satan on a lawnmower. Could be Satan. Ooh. Oh, boom. We are just hurting people. Hurting people. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let's go! I wrecked 12. Let's continue. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just want to thank all the little people. Power. Performance. Armor. Is that all for my lawnmower? Let the body hit the floor. I like the coaches in the back. My buddy owns a coach just like the one in the blue one in the back. My buddy owns one. Actually, my buddy's is probably more expensive than that one. $250,000 for an RV. That's amazing. Must be really cool to have money. At least at times. Yeah. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Bodies. Okay, so we got a checkaroo on that. Natural born wreckers. Okay, now we're driving. Now we're driving. I'm just gonna... Is there anything I can do in the garage? I don't think so. Is my car, is this like the best car? I don't know. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if I've got like the best car. Try completing optional bonus targets during career events to earn more experience. Okay. I can't believe I haven't played this more. While driving, assists have presets for quick burn. It's a really cool game. I just, I think once I get a I really do need to get a steering wheel. There's so many things I need to get, but steering wheel would be just beyond fun. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Gotta get we gotta give our Batty, or November Batty's award winner, Mr. Daniel DK. See if he can play bodies. Bet he can play it. I give him a really, really random. Some people can tell him what he's a guitar player. That's what he does on his stream. Heavy metal is his genre, and people tell him to play songs all the time. And I thought I would give throw him a curveball. And I said, what did I say? I said Racer X. And Racer X is only known pretty much in the circles of guitar players. I don't believe they ever got signed to a major label. But they're kind of anybody who's like a really good guitar player, heavy metal guitar player at that, they know who Racer X is. If you don't, you got some more work to do, buddy. Because that's the epitome of like crazy fast heavy metal guitar playing. And I just typed in when I was on Daniel DK's chat, the first time I was on it, I put in Racer X, and he went right into like one of the hardest songs of Racer X. And it's the one that I was hoping he would do. Guy just knocks it out of the park, man. This stream dedicated to Mr. Daniel DK. Make sure you follow him. And when you do follow him, come back here and let me know what you thought. Because that dude hits every point there is to a high energy, great content, perfect alerts, just going for it, dude. And man, do I wish I was like that. I'm not. Boy, I'm sure. Wish I was. I'm about as scuffed as it gets. And I was just thinking about, I mean, I don't want to talk about age type stuff, but growing up, it always seemed like when I wanted to do things, everybody was so much older than me. And like, that was the thing, the reason why I couldn't do it. It's so funny how it's like turned around. But screw it. Screw it. I said screw it back then, I'm going to say screw it now, even though it's the opposite now. What the hell? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That does not look like my Mustang. Am I crazy? That does not look like my Mustang. Maybe it is. But just the back doesn't look like it at all. Whoa! Steering went out the window. Uh-oh, this game's pretty loud. I don't think you guys can hear me too well. Oh, I just got all the humanity. Oh no, this is definitely the Mustang. I'm just getting whipped. Whipped. I don't know what. Was I supposed to win or something? They have like demolition car stuff just outside of Los Angeles. I'm dying to go. I don't know when they're gonna do it again. But they had like fireworks and a demolition and yeah, kind of like a amateur NASCAR. Everything just all in one deal. Wow. Looks like I'm not the only one who's getting all over the place. Position. I'm in 9th position. Come on, let's go. I'm usually like not in 9th position. Oh, some guys behind me. Finished 9th. I don't know. I think it's respectable. Let's see what they think. I don't know. That was round 1, I guess. Round 1. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. You know, you get that feeling you gotta do something? I feel like I need to do something. I don't know what it is. No idea. Gonna put a little bit of wax on the old pumpkin here. The little tea leaf candle here, it starts filling up with wax, and then the light, the fire gets lower. So I pour a little bit out. It hits like the floor, the inside of the my little jack-o'-lantern here. Smells so good. This is like great. I think my next massage client who comes over, I'm actually gonna put this on. I'm actually gonna do that. Pretty cool. And my jack is going. Mr. Jack. Oh, it's neat because now there's like burn marks kind of around the edges of the eyes. That's pretty cool. What was I gonna do? Gosh, there's something I had to do and I can't remember what it was. I went onto my YouTube channel. What's really cool is that I got something like 17 followers or 17 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm blown away because I haven't put anything new on there in a long time. But what's really cool is some people have actually gone over there and they've watched a couple of the videos. And pretty cool. So I was kind of watching a little bit of my Christmas stream, the one where I decorated my tree. And it's pretty amazing because that same tree, I'm looking at it. It's still there, still green. I've been watering it for a year. And we're going to decorate the same tree. Even though the lights are already on it. So the lights are already fine, but I'll decorate it again this year. Good times. Wow. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Boy, I hope they don't start right into the, well, stuff. I gotta bring this down just a little bit. I just wanted to bring the game noise down just a little bit. I think I did okay there. Yeah. All right. Go. Rum. Go. I'm not sure what guys. I tried doing this online. I did one. I did a stream where actually I did multiplayer, and then everyone just smoked me. I mean, I don't know what the heck was going on, but they smoked me. I mean, I just have pretty much a stock car. Per usual, I'm all about the gas pedal and the steering wheel, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I have no clue. It's kind of like me in gaming, or me in computers, or both. Just having fun. Let's go. This is what the doctor ordered. I just needed some driving. Oh yeah, nice tap. This looks like the NASCAR. Alright, third place. 16 laps. No, not 16 laps. Lap 3 of 3. Okay. Whoa, that guy just took me out. That dude just took me out big time. He was going so fast. Ninth place again. Ninth. I was in third, but I got ninth. So what happens when you get ninth all the time? I don't know. Event 2 of 4. Well, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I think I'm getting better. Feels like I'm getting better. The Mustang's getting dirtier. Crash for cause. There it is. Oh, I'm just heating up the leaderboard here. Just heating it up. It's incredible. It's amazing. All right. Start Fire Rock Raceway. Let's do this. Let's do it. The car has 4 armor sections to protect the chassis on a lower armor. Okay, yeah. Oh, is this street? Okay, I'm down. Street, huh? There's the Stang. There's my Colt. Or my Stang. Not a very fast car, but let's go. Smash and crash him. Smash him and crash him. What Howard do? Let's get around that dude. Boom! A nice push in the back. Destroyed that dude. And now we're in the street. He's trying to take me out. Wasn't successful. 6th place. Steering wheels. This game with a steering wheel would be sick. It's fun with an Xbox controller, but with a steering wheel, this would be sick. What's this do? Oh! All of those police chases I've watched on YouTube over the years, I would think by now I know how to do a very good pit maneuver. It's a big thing here in Los Angeles, police chases. I have like 3 on my phone I haven't even seen yet. I don't know why I like watching them so much, but I do. Something about people going 120 miles an hour in a residential area. It's fascinating. Oh, am I 2nd place? Look at me. Go, let's go. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, and here they come. Well, a big crash is going to happen with me, obviously. I'm just hoping. Well, I got 9th place in the last 2 races. See what happens with this one. Wow, it feels great to be racing though. The last couple of games I've just been walking around aimlessly with a flashlight. Nothing wrong with that, but I feel like I'm back home, being in a car. You know, this is my habitat, my natural habitat. Bogo's the winner. 2nd place, y'all. Let's go. 2nd place. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. It's only 3 p.m. my time. Boy, I'm going to go on a walk. I'm going to make an amazing dinner. And then we'll already have a stream. And who knows? Maybe later on tonight I'll do another stream. Taking basically the idea that you're only supposed to stream every other day. That went out the window a long time ago. That went out the window a long time ago. I stream whenever the heck I want. Whenever I want. And today, it was just from watching, I was watching two or three of my favorite streamers, and I was just like, I could stream in a matter of like 2 seconds if I want to. And I was like, I just turned everything off and just started streaming. I wanted to have some fun too. Had a couple of my peeps come into the room. Had Leopold jump in. You can see my little bat, my bat sub logo icon badge thingamabopper. It's so cool. All these things make me feel like, you know, hey, I'm a streamer. But I don't know. The game called Twitch Streamer is not an easy one. And it can be a psychologically wreckful one too. Sorry to put, no pun intended, I'm saying wreckful. It can be every streamer is insecure about their channel and what they're doing. I think that's a positive thing. Every streamer at every level too, because I've seen even my favorite streamer, I won't say his name, I saw him have basically, he was just having a bad day. We all have bad days, but I think it's the first time I ever saw him have a really bad day. And he was wondering if, and he's got almost 300 people in his room, and he's like, I don't know if this is what you guys want to see. Like, my numbers have been going up and down. Like, you know, he was just, you could tell he was really working on himself, like mentally just trying to shut himself down. I've seen streamers do this before because I've done it a lot. And the real deal is that you're just having a bad day. That's it, really. You know, if you look overall at everything you've done, and for me, all I can do is look at myself, even though I look at other people. And the truth of the matter is, when it comes to streaming on Twitch, you have to just, one thing that is true, you got to love it. You do have to love it, absolutely. Because there's nothing else. I think even at this point where I am, where like there's nobody in my room, probably nobody watching, but you know, rebroadcast. Some people might turn it on and just set it aside while they're cleaning their room or doing homework or whatever. And that's what this stream is for. It's not just for people to watch it live. They can watch the rebroadcast. I want people to watch the rebroadcast. Like, hey, I didn't catch Bat's stream. Cool, he's got a fresh one up. I'll just plop it in there and while I do things or whatever. Because I kind of like the idea where you don't necessarily have to watch what's going on in order to enjoy my stream. Just hearing me talk alone, that should pretty much, that could do it. So every streamer has a bad day. I've had many bad days, and the thing is you just have to power through. And if anything, when you get into a bad mood, when we get into a bad mood, we take it out on people, or we take it out on something that we love to do. And so it's a very common thing in order for us to hurt ourselves when we're not feeling too good or having a bad day. The most common way of hurting ourselves is just saying, oh, well, my stream sucks and nobody, you know, maybe I should turn it off or whatever. I've been there. I've done it. I've been in Discord saying, should I just turn it off? Do you guys really want to see this? Or, you know, should I just, and I got like a couple people saying, no, keep it on. And that made me just kind of think like, wow, I'm just having a bad day. And you enjoy streaming, and there's so much you haven't done yet that you want to do with this game called Twitch Streamer. And it's a game. It's a total game. It's competitive as F. Anyone who tells you that streaming is not competitive, they're full of shit. Sorry, I had to say the S word. I get one like swear word, like whatever. Super competitive. Super competitive. And I'll say this right now on the market. I love the, uh, there are people that watch my stream that they stream themselves. And I will tell people to follow them. And I love them as people. And I love what they're doing. And I'll promote them as much as possible. Do I want to kick their asses in being like a really great streamer and just exploding? Hell yes. Hell yes. If you're a streamer and you're watching and you're listening to me right now, and you already know that I love you, and you already know that I'll come on your channel and I'll tell all my people to follow you and all that jazz. If you don't think I want to smash and kill at being a streamer, you're crazy. Of course, it's a game. It's called Twitch streamer, and Twitch streamer means like, yeah, I want to be on the highest earner. I want to kick XQC's ass. I want to kick Chronicle Roll's ass. I'd like to get to the #1 spot. Hell yeah. You got to be crazy if you think that this is not competitive. It's super competitive. Super competitive. That's what makes it fun. Well, that's what makes anything fun, you know. Unfortunately for me, is like most games, I'm not great at it. I'm just not great at it. So I can't have that vigor and that taste for blood, let's say, that others can, because they got stuff to fight with. I don't. I pretty much don't. So who am I competitive with? Me. I'm competitive. There's only one person I think of when I'm streaming. I'm thinking of like was it better than the last stream? How can I get more people? It's I'm always competing. There's no doubt about it. But the thing is that I'm in no position to compete against either people that I know or people that I don't know on Twitch as far as streaming goes, because I'm no competition for anybody. I'm just not. I'm just not at that point. You know, once I get 200 people in my room, you know, then we can start talking about like, yeah, I've got, you know, I've got all these people, and I mean, let's face it. Here's the thing. I mean, in my stream is nowhere near competitive as far as how many people. Oh, look how many people are in my chat room. Well, there's nobody right now in my chat room. So it's not even, you know, I'm not even, there's a scoreboard that usually has the teams that are competing. I'm not even on the scoreboard, you know, I'm just not. So I'm trying to get to the point where I can actually play Twitch streamer amateur, you know. I'm not even at the amateur level of Twitch streaming. I'm at the infancy, like, I'm in the embryo stage of streaming. And I know this, you know, so I'm trying to build a structure where I can play too. I want to play with the streamers that I really enjoy. At this point, they're IRL streamers. But if I can get 200 people plus in my chat room every day that I stream, then it's game on. Then I will have the vigor and the taste for blood. Then you'll see me, like, if anyone even mentions another streamer's name, I'll ban them straight out. I mean, then I'll be going for broke. Then it'll be competitive as, like, there's a competitive side to me you guys have never seen before. And I'm laid back because I'm not, there's nothing going on right now. I mean, there's just me, and we have some good friends, and we're playing games, and yeah, that's nice, that's fun. And it's all good. But I want to play Twitch streamer. I want to play the game called Twitch streamer, where I got like 300 people in my room, and just like to myself laughing that, you know, somebody rated me and and now half of their people are hanging out in my room because they like my personality or they like my content or both or whatever. And they're not even going back to that other person because they just, that's part of being, you're not stealing people, but your content is, you have been, you've been thinking about content, you've been creating content, and you've been really, really going after it for a long enough of a time that when that time arrives, when you get that moment, it's kind of like that 8 Mile thing with Eminem, that one moment, will you be ready? I want to be ready, I want to be ready. So when that does happen, when I do get like 1,000 people, I get rated and like 1,000 people jump into my room, sure, 500, 600 of those people are probably going to leave immediately because I'm not like other people, and other people are not like other people. Their audiences are different. But hey, wouldn't it be cool if 500 of that 1,000, basically, I got separate place. Okay, actually stayed in the room, and then on the regular, it's just like, wow, I just found my favorite streamer. I mean, how cool would that be? That's called winning in the game called Twitch Streamer. And the game Twitch Streamer is something I hope I can play someday. I really do. But for right now, I'm competing against myself. I'm trying to build the tools so that at some time in the future, I can actually play the game called Twitch Streamer. Do I want to win? Hell yes. Hell yes. Anybody who says they're not competitive with Twitch and doesn't want to kick ass is lying their asses off. I want to crush it. I want to kill, smash even friends when it comes to like numbers and yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Come on, let's go. You know what I mean? And there you go. There's the truth in what streamers, how they feel. And I was almost going to say, well, not everyone feels that way. Bullshit. Everyone is competitive. Everyone wants to be on the top of the hill, and they'll do that's not true. Some people just get out of it. So there you go. That's the bottom line. But for me, I'm still building my tools, man. I'm still building. About to do IRL. I don't even have equipment to do it. So I'm in the very early stage. I love gaming though. So even though I'm bad at it, I love gaming. So I hope to be able to keep doing, even if my channel takes off with the IRL thing. And even that may not work. It all depends. It's all about content. Content, so that's a big part of it. So we'll see what happens. But the Baddies Award, every month I'm going to give one streamer the shout out. They get to wear the Mr. or Mrs. Batty Award trophy of the month. November, our Batty's Award goes to Mr. Daniel DK for exceptional Twitch streamer content. Exceptional. Knocks it out of the park. And it doesn't hurt that the guy is extremely talented and not just being a talk show host or being a Twitch streamer who just talks. He's got all the tools of being like, the energy and the alerts are great. Everything's on point. But the guy is a really good guitar player too. So you got to keep in mind that it's not just Twitch. Twitch is kind of his tool in order to show people that, hey, I know how to play. And then he gets to talk about what he really knows about. Heavy metal. That's fun. So he's our Baddies Award for top Twitch live streamer of November. Enjoy. Check out his stream. If I had a link right now, I would put it up on my chat, but it's Daniel DK. And you'll know it's him because he's into heavy metal, guitar player, and always smiling, great energy. I mean, my first day in his chat room, I said like one or two things. He had 1,000 people in his room, and right off the bat, he keyed in that I was a new person. And hey, Bat, great, thanks for being here. Wow, like just, I was like, whoa, this guy has got like 20K followers or something. That's insane. He is our November Twitch streamer of the month. Congratulations, Mr. Daniel DK. There he is. There he is. And past winners for the Batties Award, which is the whole month. We've had Mr. Japandi Jones. We've had well, there's been many. There have been many, but sometimes and also the Baddies Award for Streamer of the Month can go to the same streamer. So just letting you know, you can't. The trophy can go a second, third, or even fourth time if they're really killing it. What I think killing it over other streamers, and you can compare it. You can compare the streaming content, energy, money. Money's part of it. The alerts and the subs, how they deal with it, how they bring the energy to it, how they string it along, how they get people to do that. That is an art form in itself. So all of that comes into it. I've seen streamers who will, and I'm not a real streamer, so I'm not in that boat. But I've seen really popular, good streamers that they'll do content for a long, like hours and hours and hours, and I'll watch on purpose because I want to see what's going to happen. And they've kind of neglected their subs, they've neglected their bits, they neglected the money side of it, thinking that it's just going to come, and it doesn't. There's sometimes I feel like they really need to hone that in. And all you got to do is really watch some of their previous streams where they're on fire with that. Like again, bringing it back to Daniel DK, what's great about him is that a huge part of his stream, just like John Sandman, I would say 98% of his stream is just about reacting to subs, donos, and bits. That's like 99% of his stream. I'm not saying you have to go that far, but yeah, watching Daniel DK, you get pounded over the head with that because the people like him so much that they love to see him happy, and he knows that, so he brings it. And I'm talking I would say every 15 seconds there's something going on with him. That's why he's in the top 10,000. I forget what number he is, but it's a big part of it, man. It's a big part of it. And there are others that are a little bit mellower with that. Their content's not obviously mostly based on reaction towards donos and bits and stuff like that. But I would say the ones like John Sandman and Daniel DK where their content is mostly reactions and building the hype train, and basically it's focused on the money portion of the stream. I would say that's the hardest thing to do on Twitch as a live streamer. I think that's absolutely the hardest thing you could do. Are they not letting me? Is this not open? Banger. I'm okay with that. I hit select, didn't I? Oh, maybe they want me to do this one first. Okay, they want me to do that one first. All right. I was so into talking that last race. I think I got 8th place or something, but I was so into what I was doing. I didn't even. I love talking about Twitch streamers, and because I watch so much of Twitch, and I'm absolutely addicted to watching streamers and the analytics. I watch, I mean, as much as I watch everybody, and I'm learning so much, you know, you can see in my. I mean, I'm not a real Twitch streamer, and I suck. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, that's why I say, like, I couldn't compete with anybody if I even wanted to, because, you know, there's a 13-year-old kid who's playing Minecraft right now. I mean, if we're talking about followers, give me a break. I mean, and I've had people tell me, like, "Well, you have like a lot of followers." I'm like, not really. In a year's time, I have done over 200. At least I looked over at my YouTube account for video. I try to store most of my videos on YouTube just so that I have them in case I want to get an editor in the future. I have over 260 streams that I've done. Over 264 streams. Some I forgot to to ship over to YouTube. But there are people that they probably have, like, I don't know, like, let's just say not that much. And they've got easily more followers than I have. And there you go. They don't ever talk on the microphone or whatever. I know one guy, I'm not sure how long he's been on though. Same amount of followers as I have. And he's one of my favorite guys. I mean, all he does is play Rocket League and he gets drunk. That's it. But he's also phenomenal. He's a really, really good Rocket League player. But he doesn't even waste time talking to people. Like, he's just like, I'm too busy drinking and playing Rocket League. Boom. You know, which that shows you the difference. There are people who are partnered on Twitch, which is the Holy Grail, and all they do is sleep on stream. I know of one girl that at her job, she makes pizzas. She is partnered. All she does is she puts the camera, her cell phone, right above where she puts the pizza, like where she makes the pizzas, and so while she's at work, she doesn't even, I rarely see her even talking to the camera. You know. But that only goes for so long though. I mean, I think it's fun trying to come up with content and trying to be a good, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I was wondering if somebody like XQC, who's, you know, one of the best on Twitch, was number 2. 8-pack. Oh, am I finished? Holy crud. 4th place. All right. Didn't realize it was going to be such a short race. Huh. It was interesting to see XQC actually visited Los Angeles. I think he lives in Texas with the Austin Mafia. I call them the Twitch Austin Mafia. You know, Mizkif, Maya, you know, all those S-Fan. But it was interesting to hear XQC thinking about future content. Because I thought, you know, he plays games for 15, 16 hours a day. He eats on stream. He goes to sleep. He wakes up. He streams 17 hours that other day. Eats on stream. Maybe he goes to the restroom. I don't know. And the next day he does the same thing. How he does that, I have no clue. Because I can't do anything. I can't do the same thing every day of anything. I mean, anybody who's watched my stream has seen that I can't play the same video game every single day. I haven't played this game in almost a year, or whatever it's been. Unless I would get totally hooked on something, and I'll play it for like Teardown. I really got hooked on it. I really, because I could make up my own game every time I played it. I got to make up my own thing, so I didn't have to do missions, and I didn't have to do them in a certain amount of time for the most part. And there's certain things in games that I don't like. I don't like moving fast. I don't like having to, well, unless it's a car game or something. I like going fast in cars, but that's why I don't do FPS. It's like I like being chill. Just doing whatever I want. But XQC actually, when he visited Los Angeles with the rest of the Twitch Austin Mafia, I like to call him, he noticed probably the weather out here is perfect. It's really good. Our weather is insane. It really is. It's a little bit cloudy today, a little cool, but it's still perfect. We have perfect weather out here. I live right by the beach. It's nuts. This is why I couldn't really see myself moving outside of LA. I'm from here, and if you're from here, I mean, people talk about the traffic, or they talk about like tons and tons of people coming in, and yeah, there is that, but I rarely go out, and when I do, I'm going to go on a little walk later on. I'll be around maybe 4 or 5 people. Who knows? But one thing XQC noticed when he was out here was that there are some studios that he could actually rent out and do a lot of content that he mentioned there's a lot of content that he's never been able to do that he's always wanted to do. Obviously, it has acting involved. And I thought it was really refreshing to hear somebody who's been doing it as long as he has. And he's still trying to come up. And he's got his numbers are crazy. Pretty sure those are real numbers. And he's still... I think it may come full circle. I think he still is competing against everybody, but he's so high up on the ladder with being a streamer that he's probably also in competition with himself. So he probably wants to make content that he'll actually want to watch. And for me, I love comparing myself to XQC. It makes me pretend like I'm a real streamer, but I know the reality. But what I like about some of my streams, and this is probably one of them because I've been talking nonstop for like 3 hours now, is I could probably make dinner tonight and re-watch this stream while I'm making dinner. I don't even have to look at, the race or anything like that because I'm talking about other things. So it's almost like a talk radio show. And that's kind of where I'd like to see things. Whoa! That dude was... What was that all about? That dude was backing up. Where am I? Second position. That was crazy. Oh, hell no. Better not be. I got second place. Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! No, really, let's go. Oh man, I have a lot of phone calls to make. Damn. Chocolate high, still going. How about that? I can't touch any more chocolate because I'm gonna have a big dinner. I went to the market and I spent like $300. No lie, I spent like $300. Actually, 100 of it was a gift card I got from one of my clients. Very nice of them to do that. They know my situation. But anyway, altogether though, technically it was $300. And my freezer is filled with yummy dummy food. Like really, really good stuff. And I have a wok, and I like to just roast some olive oil in there. And then it's all about cutting up vegetables like my onions and garlic and whatever. And then in my freezer, I just have all kinds of cool things from like uh, gyozo, which I don't know how to explain gyozo, but mostly like Asian stuff. Yeah, wontons and just a bunch of cool stuff. And I just throw it. I throw it all in there. Throw it all in there, but I try not to put too much food in there because I am trying to watch my girlish figure. Yeah, yeah. I got some runway stuff coming up in the future, so gotta make sure I can still wear those mediums. That's a joke. Kappa, kappa, kappa. I think I told this story before, but a long time ago, my sister was a professional model when she was younger, and she belonged to there's a model company called Elite, which was like the big modeling company in the world. She lived in France, where she did like Cosmopolitan, she did runway, she did all that stuff. Lived, the model kind of life. So as a little kid, because she was older than me, and even though I knew I wanted to be a musician, I was just like, okay, well, I'm not traveling the world right now being a musician. I'm broke. I'm playing the Sunset Strip every once in a while. And once in a blue moon, a girl looks at me, feels sorry for me, takes me on. Maybe I should give this modeling thing a shot. And sorry if I've mentioned this story before, but now I'll know I've mentioned it, so I won't have to do it in the future. But so what's really funny is, I think I already told you guys, I'm a really, really tall dude. Really, 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 really tall. When I say tall, really tall. Did I mention I'm tall yet? How come I can't play this one? It doesn't look like it's locked. But owned. What does that mean? I own it. I own it? Okay. Fine. I won't do it then. So there I am this is when I was living on the property of that mansion where the Chili Peppers recorded Blood Sugar Sex Magic. And I was living with a bunch of other like artists, basically. Everything went from from strippers to methed out musicians to, and of course I've always been straight line. I don't do anything, no drugs, no drinking. But anyway, we all lived in this like little 2-story, old little house on the property. So I thought, wow, my she's doing pretty good. She's all over the world doing the modeling thing. I've watched that for years. Maybe I should try it too. So I call up the Ford agency. Ford agency is another big modeling agency, which I thought was probably more conducive to male models. And by the way, I'm not a great looking guy. I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat. I just did this because my sister did it. She's beautiful, right? But I'm not. I'm absolutely not. So just letting you know. It was just because I'll do that too. And I call up and I said, yeah, I want to be a model and blah, blah, blah. And the lady on the phone, she said, oh, great. Well, come on in and we'll get you started. By the way, any of you who want to be a model, that's pretty much all it takes. Walk into the office and, you got to start somewhere. All your favorite models had to start at the very, very bottom, and that's how it is. By the way, it's not a glamorous job. 90, I'm going off on a tangent here. I'll get back to my story in a second because we got time. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, model life, what I found through my sister, is not glamorous if you are at the bottom of the barrel. I would say the percentage is something like 98% of models, I'm just going to guess, or 97% of models are starving hungry, living in an apartment, in a cold apartment, probably in Paris, with 5 other girls who are also models who are trying to get their quote-unquote book filled. Um, the book is like that is their main like lifeline. It has all the past shoots that they've the past work they've done. And I think to every like job they go to, they have to bring their book with them. I know my sister had a huge book. And hey, what's going on here? All right, I'll take that. Vehicle not eligible. All right, well, let's just do that one. Okay, we're doing a lawnmower again. So yeah, I called up, said I want to be a model, and then the lady said, "Come on in, no problem." And then I stopped her and I said, "Well, there might be one little problem." As I pour wax again, some fresh wax onto my little pumpkin here, and so I just said, "Well, what would the?" I said, "Well, the problem." Because you want to know, I said there might be a little problem about me coming in. I said I'm kind of tall, and she's saying, "How tall are you?" Now my friends in the EU and places that don't use feet in inches, you'll have to look it up on Google because I forgot what I am in like metric or whatever. I don't know. I'm so lame. So I said, "Well, I'm kind of tall, you know." She's like, "Well, how tall are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm 6'9". And she goes, and she almost yelled into the phone. She goes, "You're 6'9"? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm 6'9". And she started laughing. She goes, "Hold on one second." And she put me on speakerphone so the other girls in the office could hear. And she says, "How tall are you again? You want to be a model? How tall are you in?" I said, "I'm 6'9". And this was back in the day where being tall was not the in thing. Right now, I believe in the modeling world, being tall is no problem. You can actually be tall. But back in the day, at least for runway stuff, it was all based on mediums, what they called mediums, as far as like, you know, dress goes. And the lady even told me, she's like, "You'll never fit into anything, you know. We can't use you." And I was like, "I totally understand." That was the end of my modeling career. And scene. That was my big, great story about the beginning and ending of Bat's professional modeling career. Yeah. But I was just having a bored day, and I just thought, you know what? I'm sick of this like dumb day job that I have where I do it so I can play music at night. I'll just be a model. But no. And what I was kind of in the middle of talking about was how unglamorous modeling is for most models who are up and coming. Not every model is a supermodel. And there's a huge, huge difference between supermodel and there's some models who actually make a lot of money, actually, some that you've never even heard of. And actually, one of my clients, she was a Victoria's Secret model. She was like the second most popular model in the world. Funny enough, when I was massaging her, I didn't know who she was. And it wasn't until after the massage, my manager ran over to me and said, she was like jumping up and down, going, "Do you know who that was? Do you know who that was?" And I just kind of mimicked my manager because she was being so silly. I was like, "No, I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was." She goes, "That was blah, 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 blah. She's the second, like, biggest paid model in the world." And I was like, "Oh." I go, "No wonder why she was so pretty." Just clueless. I'm still clueless when it comes to, like, celebrities and stuff. But anyway, yeah, the model life is something that is a lot of hard work. And I know that even my sister, she was working so much at one point where she wasn't sleeping or something was going on, and they once had her stand for like a half an hour. I don't know what they had her stand, and there were hot lights on her, and she passed out. Like literally just passed out. So there's the glamour of being a model. I just thought it'd be fun to just travel. What the heck? That's pretty crazy. Whoa, this is not a Mustang. Whoa. Whoa. I've been driving that Mustang for like the past hour, and now I'm in a lawnmower and turns. Let's just say it's turning differently than the Mustang. Absolutely turning differently. Ooh, that guy's in first place. Am I doing badly? 11th position doesn't seem too bad. Whoa, that big old thing. I thought that was like the pace car. No. I'm doing way better than I thought, though. Whoa. Someone's gonna hit me, though. I know it. No. Oh. 12th place? Am I still? I gotta finish in first position. Well, that's not gonna happen. That's totally not gonna happen. I think it says I have to finish in first position. There's no way. No way, Jose. Whoa, especially if I'm driving like that. Boy, we're all over the place. Oh, I lost a place. I'm in 13th. Back in 12th. No way I'm getting first. That'd be crazy. Bop, bop, bop. Boy, talked a lot of stuff. Talked a lot of Twitch stuff. I thought it was a great opportunity for me to talk about Twitch stuff because I don't think my followers who follow my channel, I call them my Twitch friends, whatever. I don't think they'll like it when I talk about Twitch stuff. I think it's probably boring to them. So this was a great opportunity for me just to let loose and to just regurgitate everything I feel about streaming at this moment, at this time. And yeah,